Hello everyone, this is another important notification to all Biafrans all over the world regarding the agitation for Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu's main aim of this struggle is not to divide Biafra, but for the unity of Biafra and for the restoration of Biafra in totality. Nnamdi Kanu isn't out there to make name for himself in the name of struggling to restore the freedom of Biafra. Nigeria is not a nation state, but a British company which was criminally created by the enemies of your forefathers with the intention to rule your destiny and sink you forever. Nnamdi Kanu is only fighting for your total liberation from the generational curse and bondage called Nigeria, which was criminally created for the incarceration and annihilation of Igbos. Any human being who is in support of Nigeria is a criminal, no matter who the person is. Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for your total liberation and that of your unborn generations. Nnamdi Kanu isn't just ordinarily fighting for your liberation from this bondage called Nigeria, but destined to do so. He is destined to do it. Unity of Biafra isn't a child's play. Trying to unite Biafra has not been an easy job for him. Uniting Biafra hasn't been an easy task for him. Nnamdi Kanu has struggled and labored so much trying to unite Biafra. The unity of Biafra and the effort to unite Biafra has cost him a lot already and almost cost him his life. But it's quite unfortunate that most of you he's fighting for are so ridiculously idiotic that you don't value his sacrifices for the unity and the restoration of Biafran freedom, which was taken away from you by the enemies of your forefathers. Listen. Both the true freedom fighters among you and some of you hired criminal elements who have vowed to ruin the unity established among Biafrans by Nnamdi Kanu and to frustrate the restoration of Biafran freedom. I want you all to hear this very clear. Biafra must come, whether you like it or not. Biafra must come. Biafra must come. Biafra must come. The earlier you begin to consider it, the better for you. Any social media platform promoting disunity among Biafrans is out of proportion and totally out of Nnamdi Kanu's framework of Biafran agitation and should be avoided with immediate effect. Because Nnamdi Kanu's main focus is the peace and unity and restoration of Biafran freedom, which was taken away from you by the enemies of your forefathers. Beware of every social media platform bent on instigating hatred, disunity, and fight among you against each other. Every platform promoting disunity among Biafrans is totally out of the context of Biafran agitation and run by criminal elements, enemies of Biafrans and enemies of Nnamdi Kanu. The criminals behind those activities on social media are the real enemies being used to hunt Nnamdi Kanu's life and that of Biafrans. This page that goes by the name Real Biafran News should be avoided with immediate effect. The animal behind this page is among the traitors of Nnamdi Kanu. This page is being run by one of those agents of distraction, disunity and destruction on a mission to destabilize and ruin Nnamdi Kanu's effort for the unity and restoration of Biafran freedom. This criminal already has thousands of Nnamdi Kanu's myopic followers being drastically distracted by him. This criminal already has thousands of Nnamdi Kanu's followers following him on a daily basis, and dancing to his tune, being completely distracted by him. His main mission is to distract you, create hatred among you, and manipulate you against each other, of which is going to lead to a massive distraction and setback in your goals for Biafran agitation. The Islamic jihadist called Asari Dokubo, in collaboration with the Islamic terrorists in northern Nigeria by order of some governors in southeastern Nigeria, are behind the killing of the Igbos in eastern Nigeria. Asari Dokubo openly declared jihad war against the Igbos and threatened to assassinate Nnamdi Kanu once he's out of prison. He boldly did that openly because the governors are in support of the killing of their people. Do not take that threat for granted if you have a thinking faculty. If you are wise and if you love your life, and if you love that of Nnamdi Kanu, if you love yourself, do not take any death threat from this criminal for granted. Do not proudly and stupidly ignore his death threat because Asari Dokubo is a jihadist and a notorious criminal and very unpredictable. He is a mean individual. The criminal behind this page that goes by the name Biafran News, once again, is run by one of his recruited criminals working with him as a spy and informant. The monstrous vagabond behind this page is one of the criminal elements working as a spy and informant. The monstrous vagabond behind this page is working in favor of Asari Dokubo, the notorious terrorist. Spying on the Igbo communities and the activities and plans of Nnamdi Kanu for the restoration of Biafra has been their target. Beware of this criminal behind this page that goes by the name Biafran News. This person's activity is completely in favor of Asari Dokubo and has absolutely nothing to do with the restoration of Biafra or the agitation of Biafra. Beware. This person behind this page is one of the spying agents and informants working in favor of the terrorist Asari Dokubo, who openly declared a jihad war against the Igbos and threatened to assassinate Nnamdi Kanu once he's out of prison. Beware. Do not take it for granted. Beware. The activities of this criminal who is behind this page has absolutely nothing to do with the agitation of Biafran freedom. He is only on social media to instigate hatred and disunity and war in your midst against each other on a daily basis. The only thing this criminal is desperately focused on is launching out a destructive, malicious, hateful attacks on Simon Eba on a daily basis. Every Biafran should be at alert from this moment. To those of you who are already being deceived by this criminal through giveaway, be at alert from this moment. Beware, because his activities have absolutely nothing to do with the framework of Biafran agitation under the leadership of Nnamdi Kanu. The type of energy this criminal element has invested in his hateful, malicious attacks on Simon Eba has never been invested in the struggle for Biafran restoration. What he is doing now on social media is his main mission and strategy to destabilize everything Nnamdi Kanu has labored for. And that was why he criminally conducted giveaway in 2021 December, just to entice money-conscious Biafrans and distract them from the main focus. He conducted giveaway in 2021 December just to entice money-conscious Biafrans and distract them from focusing on the main quest. This criminal has also, in some of his useless posts, publicly thrown direct attacks on Nnamdi Kanu. He already throws challenges to Nnamdi Kanu's quest of Biafra by uttering jargons and demanding that Nnamdi Kanu goes with only 6 states. And he further announced a referendum on his platform for 6 states, of which he said afterwards he will tell Nnamdi Kanu to go with 6 states. Who is this criminal with these guts? Who are you anymore to decide how many states Biafra should go with? And who sent you? Were the so-called 6 states created by your forefathers? Are the so-called 6 states what Biafra is made up of? Is Biafra all about the 6 states? These questions are for you, moron. You moronic criminal element. He also has in one of his useless pages, in his useless posts, attacked Nnamdi Kanu directly by saying that the greatest mistake Nnamdi Kanu has made is mentioning Simon Iba, and he's going to say it any day, anytime, unapologetically. Who is this moronic criminal element? Do you think Nnamdi Kanu is a fool, or do you think Biafrans are fools? Who are you to decide whose name to be mentioned? Nnamdi Kanu didn't foolishly mention names, but mentioned the names of those who are relevantly active about the restoration of Biafra, of which Simon Iba is one of them. Nnamdi Kanu mentioned the names of people whose activities are in line with the quest of Biafra freedom. If there be need for anybody to be avoided for any significant security purposes, if there be need for anybody to be avoided for any significant security purpose, that decision shouldn't be made by any of you horrific agents of disunity, distraction, and destruction. This criminal has also issued several threats to Simon Iba and recklessly insulted his wife publicly, who is based in Finland and never did anything wrong to him. Just the same way the criminal called Asari Dokubo is criminally bent on attacking Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Iba on a daily basis. Biafra is not a company but a nation. You criminals instigating hatred and disunity among Biafrans are all working in favor of Asari Dokubo. Listen up. Listen and listen very attentively. You all are working in favor of Asari Dokubo. As long as your activities have nothing to do with the authentication of the unity of Biafra, you are working in favor of Asari Dokubo. All of you criminals who are instigating hatred and disunity among Biafrans are all working in favor of Asari Dokubo. These persons are working for the criminal called Asari Dokubo to help him achieve his aim towards Nnamdi Kanu and his agitation for Biafra. The criminal behind this page, which goes by the name Biafran News, has also held Asari Dokubo for his ridiculous attack on Simon Iba. Listen, your enemy cannot detect for you what is good for you and what is bad for you. Anything condemned by Asari Dokubo about the Biafran agitation is absolutely something relevant to Nnamdi Kanu. And anything he hears is absolutely something destructive to Nnamdi Kanu, because he's an enemy of Nnamdi Kanu's existence. Everything he does is come out and utter hate speech, issued death threats against the Igbos and against Nnamdi Kanu. There is no way he is to decide what is good and what is bad for you or in this struggle, in as much as his passionate hatred for the Igbos is concerned and his uncontrollable hatred for Nnamdi Kanu is concerned. The activity of this criminal who goes by the name Biafran News is just all about hatred and disunity and absolutely out of the context of Biafran agitation under the leadership of Nnamdi Kanu. Just like Asari Dokubo, this criminal has overstepped his bounds already, believing to have convinced thousands of Biafrans on social media. The biggest enemy of Nnamdi Kanu is close to him and working with these criminals. The only activity of this criminal is to instigate hatred and disunity and fight against each other in your midst, in the middle of your struggle for freedom. And this is totally out of the context of Biafran agitation under the leadership of Nnamdi Kanu. Be at alert, all Biafrans. Be at alert, remain united and stay focused.